The rot. I'm somewhere inside of you. I think it's the attic. You sent me up here. The floorboards creak as I move around. You put so much stuff here. Boxes pile up everywhere. Forgotten or to be dealt with at a later moment. The sunlight coming in through the roof mixes with the dust, creating curious fingers of fire. The noble spiders graciously weave their lace in a lonely performance. I wonder if they're trying to lure you in. Something in here is rotting. A black, thick liquid covers the floor. It's slipping through the wooden boards. I wonder what damage it's causing in the rest of you. You sent me up here to fix things, but I don't belong in this place. This is your stuff. These are your issues. I'm not a fixer. All I can do is sit here with you. French toast. Can you hear the music drifting through the kitchen? Hear the pitter-patter of feet one room over as we make French toast. A messy morning with a conveniently dropped whisk and a splatter of yolk. A lover's embrace as we make French toast. And as we taste the cinnamon, the vanilla and the sugar, another taste lingers on our hungry tongues because we made French toast. Genesis. The first pages of a girl's diary are always the most important. What were the first thoughts she wanted preserved in writing? Echo. In the echo of you, I'm suffering. It's like wading in a thick mist. I hear you, but I cannot see you. I sent signal fires for us. I'm sorry, it burnt out. I hope the love you left me is enough to get me through the night. The silence is so loud, but I cannot hear you anymore. Her hair haunts me. She has long, wavy, blonde hair, always moving. She throws it over her shoulder, or ties it up, or runs a brush through it. Always. She always leaves behind traces of her. Long, wavy blonde strands. Every time she would come over, I'd text her the next day about everywhere I found her hair. On my bed, on the floor, hell, in my sandwich once. It's been almost a year. I think I'm finally free, but every now and then I find one of her long, wavy, blonde strands, which trips me up, wrapping around my throat, and it's hard to come up for air. I'm gagged by the memory. It's been months. She is not bothered, and I am still drowning, haunted by her hair. No one lived there anymore. I walked till I reached my childhood home, the way I'd often done in years before. It sat in silence as a catacomb. My mother didn't greet me at the door. I couldn't hear my siblings through the halls. I called my father's name, but he was gone. The stains we'd left had faded from the walls, and everyone I'd known had carried on. My bedroom stood abandoned in decay. Debris and dust had draped the window panes. The place where I had learned to walk and play was barren, but the skeletal remains. I walked away as empty as before. I didn't recognize it anymore. The storm of us. Lightning strikes and rain falls off our eyes. There is thunder in our breaths. There are hurricanes in our chests. My misty mornings will meet his grey skies. We watch the sunrise, but now it must set. We lay our hopes to rest. Mr. Lust. My hands tremble. Violently they twitch as Mr. Lust settles in. A primal urge starts to itch. Bitten by his charm and allure, the venom seeps to my core. Why fight it? I whisper within. I've lost this fight before. He calls a man who supplies to all his needs and asks no questions about what Mr. Lust wants to feed. Led me to a seedy hotel, the mecca of degenerates. A woman awaits in this liminal space where smell of cheap perfume permeates. I see a broken soul underneath the guise of a lover, but I'm not me anymore. A heartless being takes over. Mr. Lust leaves, content but not satisfied. He still feels the void, its hollowness now amplified. I wish he would understand that the pursuit is over, that I've already found love, that I can't do this to her. Now the itch has been scratched. I'm no longer possessed. But there's that catch. He's an illness I just can't suppress. It's time to let go. When I no longer felt the need to cry or worry about what you were doing, or when my body finally stopped shaking, that's when I realized you couldn't hurt me anymore, but you never meant to do that anyways. Maybe it's the meds, the drugs, and the alcohol, but I think I'm finally ready to let go. Even though I don't want to, but you already did. It would be easier to just copy you, but I need to let go. Yet I still love you. This will be the last time I ever feel this way. Maybe it's the antidepressants and drugs taking away my feelings. You just need to reinvent yourself. Every morning, a new mask, a relentless game of pretend. They say adapt, but at what cost? Is survival worth the shedding of every honest piece? Writing was my anchor, words the roots that held me. Now shadows of algorithms threaten to unmoor me. In this vast universe, I'm searching a place to simply be, without edits, without rewrites. Want to be more than code, more than trends, more than fleeting. Yearn for a world where my words, my essence, matter. You are still everywhere. I have loved many people, but yours was not familiar. You were crackling with need. Your body pulsed with a desire to search and find and own. We were two fronts colliding, neither aware of the damage pulling underneath our skin. All we wanted was to love, give, provide, but there was nothing to collect from, for all we had was spent. We were so desolate. Empty promises and pretty lies were all we ever had. You were the most painful love to lose. Another sleepless night. I love you, good night, they told me, except it wouldn't be a good night. It would be another sleepless one, because there I would sit, staring at my phone, carefully watching it for any text or call, because if I wasn't there, not catering to their every need, they would get mad that I wasn't surrendering my time. They're probably right to do that. I made a promise to them that I would be there no matter what. So here I sit at 3 in the morning, fighting off any urge I have to rest. I have to be there. I want them to know I care. I want to heal their wounds, even if it gives me some in the process. I know deep down inside, I hate this. I hate having to give up all this time, disregarding my health for theirs. They said they loved me though, kept me under their spell. Little did I know that the love was fake, and everything I was doing was for nothing. Bunny. The rabbit was soft and small, impossibly small. She fit in the palm of my hand. Between the crook of my thumb and my pointer finger she would lay. Worms have to eat too, my father said when the rabbit was in the ground. After I'd ask why I couldn't just keep her on the mantle, or in a jar, or in a box on my dresser in my bedroom with a little mirror on top. He said that if I kept her, I'd be taking food away from the worms, and that a tiny bunny could feed over 10 worms. 10 is more than I am, so that must be a lot. But thinking of the worms on my bunny makes my head hurt and my mouth feel dry. Because she was little and mine. She belonged to me, and now she belongs to the ground. And that just doesn't feel right, because she didn't even like bugs. And now she belongs to the bugs. And my dad said that worms have to eat too. But I'm sad. Let go. Your delusion is my demise, folded into each other's eyes, forever wanting to let go, but too scared to let it show. My delusion is your demise. It's always been painted in the skies. I've let go, but you still hold strong. You're scared, and it shows. Every day I feel more and more sure that this feeling won't pass, and that I'm just stuck, wondering if pain ever does become something mundane. Touch of the night. I watch the starry sky above, blanketing my cold shoulders as warm and cool winds nibble at my ears. Delicately, the grass tugs for me to lie down, and I press into the earth, listening to its heartbeat. Gently yet firmly, smooth vines envelop me, and through the night we all breathe as one. Can you tell? Can you tell? She hates me. I think she does at least. Can you tell? She really hates me. I feel like she does. But maybe I'm wrong? Can you tell? I know she hates me. I feel it. I know it. But maybe I'm wrong. Why cry? Why cry when the path before you is dry? No need to dampen new, precious moments with droplets from past storms. But if you must, embrace the rain and fear not the sunlight at the end, or soon you'll crave the tears again.